Hi students, welcome to the next overview video for our next week and our next module. So let me reintroduce myself. I'm Anna Hazelrig, your instructor for the course. So I want to welcome you all again into the course since we're just getting rolling. Excuse the view of my my camera is actually like right here, so it's always looking down on me, but that's okay because that's how most people see me because I'm really short. So where I'm at right now is our course landing page, and this number, I'm just kind of choosing a random section number to do my video, so your section number may be different, but this still applies to your section of 1301, so just a reminder about that. Okay, and I'm going to be, instead of the student preview, I'm going to be in my view, which looks very similar to yours, but you may see some of my instructor type of information here and there. So sometimes I try to do different views for different reasons, but sometimes the student view doesn't always give me access to everything I want. So what you're going to see is, just remember, this is where our course introduction in our first week was located. So now you're going to see, although it's hidden at this very moment when I'm recording this, but you will see this next module, which focuses on college writing and critical thinking. So even though we spent 1 week up here, we're going to spend a couple weeks in this module. So this will house week 2 and week 3, okay? So you can pop out your, and you'll just see the first week for right now, meaning the second week, sorry. And then you'll, when we get closer to the next, I'll dole out the next week. So you know, kind of do it 1 week at a time. So what you're going to see in a module like this, slightly different format, but it's not too different. And the first thing is you're going to see kind of a big overall for both weeks module page, and that gives you a little introduction. And this is usually where my overview videos are housed, but in the weekly ones, not the big module. Except for maybe I will put them. Maybe I'll put them in both. So this will be where you can remember, review again all of the course learning objectives and then each individual module learning objectives. Okay, and then in our weekly view, I'll break it down per week. But this is where you can find all of the need to know information. There's a little bit of a time estimate to give you an idea about a range I expect for you to set aside time for the work each week. And I have broken down by each week kind of the things you need to do and the dates. So we're going to be in week 2, which I'll get to in just a minute, and I'll show you that page, okay? But I have also kind of given you a sneak peek of everything coming up in week 3. So that gives you a little bit of an idea so you can plan your next couple weeks, okay? So we're in module 1, and then when we go into when we're ready to dive into the first one, so you'll only see this one right now. You won't see the week 3 yet. And so when we click on our week 3, actually, I'm gonna, let's click on, there we go, so you can see my cursor where I'm clicking. So again, another weekly overview. So just like the module overview, this one's going to zero in a little more narrow for just the week. This is where I'm going to post the video that you're probably watching right now. And there will be a little introduction. Again, some time, the due dates and all of those things, and the module learning objectives that are specific to this week. Okay, so you notice there's a few less than in the module 1, and we'll break down some of those for the week 3 as well. You also have kind of a breakdown of the to-dos, meaning this focuses more on the assignments and you know what you're doing each week. I try to link to all the instructional resources that you can actually link to for each thing, and then of course clarification on the deadline for most assignments here, for all assignments. So it does put a little reminder here that you have that 3-day grace period available. So don't forget that, but you don't want to abuse it, right? You want to make sure that that 3-day grace period is there for when you really need it. and try to meet the deadline as much as possible, just so it kind of helps you stay on track. But if you need that extra deadline, sometimes things get, stack up on you. That gives you a little bit of flexibility. So you can review these and kind of see how everything's connected from our how each assignment connects back to the module learning objectives, outcomes, and then the, like I said, the resources and everything you need here. So this is, again, an overview to just help you get centered and oriented and kind of know what's coming up. And remember, it's important to do this part and not just jump right into the links. So I'm going to really urge you all, I'm going to make a strong recommendation that you go through each link in the manner for which I present it, and don't just jump down here to the assignments. Okay, it's really important. I think that's one thing sometimes I know as a student myself, I've wanted to do that same thing, but you'll be better off for it if you spend just a little extra time reviewing all of the resources. So I'm going to start you off with a video this week. I like to link to fun little short videos that are bite-sized. My videos, I'm not there yet, but I'm trying to work on producing more bite-sized videos. Some of mine are a little long, I realize, but so start there. And then you are going to have some SmartBook readings to do. So there's a tutorial here for you to review. Highly recommend you review that first. And then you can start doing your reading here. You will have a chapter quiz, very short. These are usually between 5, 6 to 10 questions per quiz. So this one goes with the chapter 1. So these questions here give you a little practice and chance. And then the next chapter, you'll have an actual quiz, and the quizzes you will have 2 attempts. I have a video here for you to kind of introduce you to a term you're going to hear a lot about, which is the rhetorical situation. And then when you've done those assignments, you're going to go and start chapter 2. So chapter 1 and chapter 2 are closely related. Really, there's the first 3 chapters are closely related. But I think it's important for you to see chapter 1 and chapter 2 together because they're so closely aligned. So that's why you have this reading and then another quiz to do. This one's a few questions less, so you have about 6 questions there. Okay, and there's specific information for you for those. Then you have your journal, and so this is probably going to be our first journal assignment in the course. And so each journal entry, it's not a formal assignment like a writing assignment, like an essay. It's not the same type of writing, but a journal is important because it's should be your writing. You're not being graded on having a thesis statement or if your grammar is perfect or anything like that. This is your free space to practice and learn and reflect, okay? So I'm not going to come up in here and take 10 points off if you don't have the period in the right place. So, but still, you are evaluated on following the instructions and meeting word counts and things along those lines. So, I do have some tutorials and things to help you with this using this tool. So if you need extra help, you can use that. But I'm also here if you get stuck and you want to pop on a quick call for some extra help. I am here. Okay, and then this journal assignment will kind of wrap up everything you've learned and help you kind of apply it to your life and give you a little bit of foresight for how what you've learned can help you. Not just for the rest of the course, but just in general as a learner. Okay, so that's where we're going to be this week, and then next week we will go into a little more into the nitty-gritty of writing and reading and applying what we've learned to both types of assignments. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for now. I hope you have a great week. But again, if you need help or you get stuck or have a question, shoot me an email. Take care, everyone.